But in the meantime, to this Fox Business alert, the Department of Homeland Security warning local police departments after an ISIS magazine called on its followers to carry out mass casualty attacks at well-known holiday events. Federal authorities arresting a Yemeni American man yesterday in New York for plotting to attack Times Square with a garbage truck. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge is live for us from Washington with more. Catherine?
Well, thank you, Heather. This Homeland Security intelligence note obtained by Fox News was sent out at the end of last week after the ISIS propaganda magazine called for attacks using trucks as weapons. The four-page analysis is designed to inform local, state, and federal law enforcement about existing and emerging concerns to Homeland Security. After the July attack in Nice, France, where an ISIS-inspired terrorist drove a rental truck through the crowd, killing 86 and injuring more than 400, many of them children, the terror group has called on its followers to really mimic the same game plan. Terrorist experts told Fox News that ISIS is learning from these horrific episodes.
The success of the Nice attack, which was one man with a lorry killing scores of people, I think ISIS drew the necessary conclusions, and they realized even with low investment or almost nil investment, you can get a lot of return for your terrorist buck, if you will.
Well, the new ISIS propaganda magazine does not mention a specific target. It does have photos of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, with Homeland Security concluding the images imply the terror group wants to focus, quote, on high-profile holiday events. Heather.
So is there a tie to the New York arrest?
Well, we learned late yesterday that this American, whose family comes from Yemen, was arrested in an alleged plot to drive a garbage truck through Times Square. And according to the criminal complaint, Mohammed Rafiq Naji traveled to Turkey and his home country of Yemen between March 2015 and September 2015. And it's also alleged he told informants working for the government that he was supporting ISIS. What's most alarming about this case is that it appears to be more than just ISIS-inspired terrorism. The court documents read in part, and this is Naji speaking, if there is a truck, I mean a garbage truck, and one drives it there to Times Square and crushes them, shh, that's Times Square Day. They want an operation in Times Square. The they has been interpreted as ISIS, and this raises the question whether Naji was recruited by the terror group because he was American and sent back to the United States to launch an attack, so it would be simply more than just ISIS-inspired, which is what we have seen pretty consistently here in the U.S. to date, Heather.
Yeah. All right. Catherine Herridge, thank you so much.
So a major explosion rocking an American city.